I love this time of year, Christmas. And there's nothing better after a hard day's work than coming home and looking at your cards. It's a nice tradition, isn't it? Sending and receiving cards. And it's not that old a tradition either. It started as a campaign to try and get people to use the public postal service, or the post office as we know it now, which started back in 1840. In the Victorian times, some people started sending nasty cards to each other as a joke. Well, it's not very Christmassy, is it? No, but most of them were lovely Christmassy scenes on the front. Let's have a look. Oh, I see the nativity scene is still very popular. I'm sure there are mothers and fathers all across Wales looking for costumes for Christmas shows now. Tea towels for the shepherds, a tinsel for the angels. But did you know it was Francis of Assisi who first set up the nativity scene? He wanted to feel the spirit of Christmas. And the idea spread across the world. Oh, and now here's an interesting, if not a little strange tradition for you. More than 100 years ago, the farmers in Herefordshire and along the Welsh borders used to turn their cattle to face the east, so they were facing the same way as the cattle in Bethlehem. And the farmers even thought that on Christmas Eve, their animals could talk. Oh, now I love Christmas pudding. And you? Mind you, I'm glad I wasn't about in medieval times. Their Christmas pudding sounds different. It came from the east, like a kind of runny porridge with meat, spices, fruit, eggs, and wine. Not my cup of tea. Thankfully, Queen Elizabeth I thickened it with more fruit, one of the tasty Tudor recipes, which gave it its other name, plum pudding. We had to wait till George I's time to take the meat out of it, and then the Victorians gave us the Christmas pudding as we more or less know it today, and it became popular throughout the world. Now, I love mine with cream, or with custard, or, better still, both. I've got a very sweet tooth, and on Christmas Eve, I'll be making taffy. Now, taffy is Welsh toffee, and traditionally, people used to tell their future with taffy. They'd boil it on an open fire, and then drop it in little dollops into cold water, and the different shapes had different meanings. For instance, it could turn into the first letter of the person you were going to marry. Now, making taffy was very popular up in North Wales, where families would come together to have a traditional Christmas dinner and then play games, sing songs, and make taffy. Now, that sounds like fun. Oh, now, singing carols at Christmas is a wonderful thing. Now, here in Wales, in the more rural areas, a plug-in service was held on Christmas morning. Now, plug-in is one of our oldest Christmas traditions. They started at about 3 or 4 in the morning, and people would bring candles to light the church. Anyone could take part. You could sing a solo, a duet, or 3 or 4 part harmony, and there was no set program to the service. Service could last for hours. And then everyone would go home, and a day of feasting and celebrations would begin. Oh, I'm sure it was magical. By candlelight, Although I'm not sure I would have liked to have got up for 3 o'clock in the morning. They still sing Plygain in parts of Wales now. It's very special. Ar gyfer heddiw'r bore'n faban bach, yn faban bach, fe hanwyd gwreiddyn Jesen faban bach. The old Christmas tree. Now, the idea of bringing a Christmas tree into the house originally came from Germany, from the 16th century. And the idea caught on. And here, Prince Albert made it fashionable in the 1840s. But bringing evergreens into the house, such as holly, ivy, and mistletoe, is an ancient tradition. The pagans thought it symbolized immortality, living forever, because it stayed green throughout the year. Now, the ancient Druids, of which we had a fair few here in Wales, thought that mistletoe was the most powerful, but it could only be cut down in a full moon without using anything made of iron, and it must never, ever touch the ground. And another thing, people in the past had to follow the golden rule, which was no evergreens, including your Christmas tree, into the house before Christmas Eve. It was just unlucky. I don't think I would have been able to cope. My decks have been up since the end of October. I love Christmas. Now, this special man has different names all over the world. Santa Claus, Sinterklaas, even King Winter, King Frost, Father Time. Better known to us in Wales as Sion Corn. You see, back in the day, if you didn't know somebody's name, you called them Jack this or John the other. And this special man, who was known for coming down the chimney, was called John Chimney or Sion Corn. I hope Sion Corn calls with you this year. Have you written to him yet? Don't worry if you haven't. Plenty of time. Nadolig llawen to you all.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy Christmas to everyone. Ho, ho, ho!